lovely Thursday lunchtime at Tunstall Sandalby. I'm out of breath, guys, because just cast both rods out. I've just got down here and cast them out. Basically, it's like bloody Chesil Beach. Look at it. Look at the drop on that. That is horrendous, man. It's like walking up a mountain to get gear. It's unreal. Lovely sea conditions. There's some nice rollers coming in, but it's holding even with a 4 ounce dead straight out. Very minimal wind, about 10 mile an hour, I would say. Beautiful area. As you get down, look, that's where the car is, look. Look at that. That's how easy it is. I'm telling you, one of the best venues. This is where you want to be in the ECB Open, if you can get on, which is unlikely. But fantastic. I'm not fishing it, so I'm not bothered. Don't like fishing one rod, and it's a weighing in it, so you know, catch and release is better really, but you know, you do what you do. But so it's not my thing, but I'm loving it. Great beach, very deep. It is definitely like Chesil Beach now, this, but on the Holderness coast. It was real flat last year. This year it's like ridiculous. I'm expecting some cod, obviously. I'm using some real good cocktails that I made up this morning, using mussel, razorfish, black lug and squid all mixed together, and I made some lovely baits. Knocked about 20 together in about 45 minutes. Works out about £7 or something daft like that for 20, which is pretty damn cheap. So you want to be making your own, guys, you save a lot of money. If they do the business, I'll know what to use next time. But I'm also having a little experiment today, because I've got my Sonic SKS Black Sport, the new one that's just come out, and I'll tell you what, I've used it on a night and it don't give it justice. I mean, that is a beautiful rod. You know, it's got a sliding reel seat and everything, and it's everything about it, I just love it. The guys are gorgeous. It's got power. It's like a Ron Thompson accelerator, but you can cast with it, and it can hold anything. I mean, I've got the Vader up there, watch it bounce. I've got the Vader next to it, Sonic Vader, the new one, which I absolutely love, so I'm not knocking it, because, you know, the XS, Vader XS, there it is. I'm not knocking that rod, because I love it. In fact, it's the best rod I've used for a long time. But I mean, this Sonic Black, I'm trying it out today. First time on the beach. I've used it on there in the river, and it was brilliant. Caught 5 cod with it. So it's a good rod. As I say, it's untested on the beach, but I've just cast with it and it went as far as the Vader. So as you can see, if you look at the spools, you know, they're not far off empty. I mean, I've got a good 120-30 yards out. I've got a back wind, so can't go wrong. It's just cracking. You can't fault it. I'm just hoping I'll get some good fish, because I've had a couple of blanks at Paul and that, and which I'm shocked about, because I mean, Paul uses fish as well. But the reason I come here is because of that. It's so bloody easy to get down, and I mean, you can just drive to where you fish. And anybody with a bad back like me, and I'm really struggling at the moment, badly. And I know Russ, one man, and his rod's got the same problem. You know, this is ideal for us. He was going to come today, but he's still ill, so, you know, get well soon, Russ. I know what back's like, because I have it nearly every other day. It's agony. But it's like when I finish fishing today, guys, I'll go home, and within about an hour of being home and I've sat down, I can hardly get up, so my back will be gone for a couple of days to recover. So, but I mean, you know, you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? I'm going to leave you on the rods a little bit. Can't put the camera too high, because I've got a little bit of wind, but not a lot. So I'll get you as near to them as I can. And you know, I don't think it's going to blow over, because it's not strong enough. It's only about 6-7 mile an hour. I'll still anchor it a little bit. I'll maybe put a little stone on it just in case, because I don't want to smash it, because it's pretty rocky. That should hold it. I'll leave you on them for a while, guys, because I just want this experiment. Both got the same bait on. The Vader has got a 2-hook 12-inch snood Paternoster with 4-row Sakuma ultra points on. And I say they've both got nice big baits on both hooks. And the other one is a punny pedal using a Gemini rig and that's a pulley pedal with a 3/0 circle hook at the top and a 4/0 Sakuma ultra sharp at the bottom. That's about 30 inches, something daft like that. So it's short of 3 foot. I have been catching a lot of cod on both these rigs in the last 3 to 4 months, so, but I must say that the paternoster is really outdoing the Pennell at the moment. Why, I don't know, but I've had a lot more cod on the paternoster than I have on the Pennell. Both out same distance, but next time I cast out I'm going to cast the Sonik Sport a bit shorter, get into that safe, because there might be some bass about. You notice the Vader bounces a little bit more because it's got more give in the rod, whereas the Sport is robust. That Sport will handle anything, it's a cracking rod that. I mean, I can't fault either rod really. I mean, Sonik have really upped the game this season. Super rods. Gonna get a coffee, guys, because I ain't had one since I got here. And as I said, I've been trucking along this beach, and it's a bloody steep beach. I mean, both these rods are still dead straight out, guys, dead straight out. I mean, the reason being is it's just so steep. I mean, the water's going to be very deep. This is why, if you look at the sea, if you actually look at the sea, there's not much, there's no white water really, because it's deep. I just can't believe the change in well, about 7 months. When I was last here, I think I caught a sole a bit further down the beach, and it was flat as a pancake, man. He was casting into like 2 foot of water, 100 metres out. Now you're being about 40 foot of water. It's, you know, it's ridiculous. If this beach carries on that steepness all the way out, it's very deep, even at 50 metres. But if you draw a line from my head to where the safe is, dead straight horizontal line, it'd be about 10 feet deep. So it's got a really big gradient. And if you look to the left of me, which I'm not going to show you at the moment, if to the left of me, it's even steeper. This probably explains why everybody's knocking the cod out here. Whether they're here today, we don't know. We're going to get a bit of bob because there's some big rollers coming in, so put the rolled in, it's not pulling it out. Still where I cast them. Well, take a little breather there, guys, for a few minutes. Take a little breather, and if anything happens, I'll give you a shout. Put you back on, guys, because look at them lovely rollers coming in. But I just love fishing in sea state like that. I mean, it's gorgeous. Got a backwind. There's no white water really, and the big rollers are only about 20 metres out. I mean, you can, even on a bad day, you can get over them. That's why I'm holding out. I'm well over them. It's just, I mean, there's a bit of nodding on the rod, but I mean, you can expect them big bouncers coming over it. But You know, it's my favourite conditions. I've had more cod in these conditions than any other, and I'm expecting to get some, because it's just cracking weather for fishing. It's going to be hard to see a bite really, but you know, you just got to look in between the breaks and just see if it's going. Basically, there's not a lot you can do when it's breaking that big. I mean, it's a bit of a lull there, so if it goes, I'll obviously know I've got a bite, but it's going to be difficult, obviously. But I mean, if you get a big cracking cod on there, obviously it's going to slackline you anyway, so you're going to know. I mean, they're holding straight out, so I've got no problem. If it does go slack, I'll know that it's a fish. I'm just checking the conditions, because yeah, really. I mean, I don't want to bring him in yet, because I've only been out there about 15 minutes, and I've got massive baits on, big chunky cocktail. They're well elasticated on, so you know, I like to give my first cast a good 25-30 minutes, because you just don't know. I mean, if the bait's still there, then at least you know, as a marker, how long to leave it there, don't you? My brother's just turned up, and he's just setting his gear up. He was trying to get here earlier, but he had to finish a job, so got a bit late. But I mean, it's not that hard, well, about 5:30, so you know, there's a good 4 hours and a half of good fishing coming, so you know, I'm not staying here while it's dark because I haven't got no lights with me. I packed really light because I didn't know whether I could get on top of the cliff or not, with it being soggy last time I was here, and I had to leave the car quite a fair distance away, but I mean, it's dry enough out to get up there, so you know, if I'd have known, I would have brought the tent and everything. But I mean, you don't really need the tent, because I mean, the wind's not that strong. Lovely sunlight, obviously, it's a beautiful day really, and the wind, it's dropped off really. It's just a few off gusts of about 15 mile an hour, but I mean, they're just irregular. They're not constant. I mean, it lulls for 5 or 6 minutes, then you get the odd big blowing like that. You watch the towel on my rod rest, the rod stand, you can see it's not blowing that much really. You know, it's very light. Apart from when you get a big gust like. But I mean, even the big gusts are rare. They're only about 15 mile an hour, so I'm more worried about my camera hitting some of these rocks than out else. Trying to clear a path in case it goes over and then it won't smash. At least if it hits the sand, it's not going to hit a rock. Don't know what the wind's like, guys, but I mean this medium mod's been good to me really. I tend to put it in front of me when it's windy, with me back to the wind, and then you don't really get a lot, but I'm very free going at the moment. But as I say, I'm not rushing to pull them in, because why would you? Just put the camera in front of me, that way. In fact, I might drop it, guys, drop it a little. It'll take you out of the wind completely. Drop the camera right down, drop you right out of the wind completely, and just lift it up a little bit. That should be great. Now you've got no wind on you. Lovely rollers though, look at them. Beautiful. I mean, that's a proper sea, isn't it, guys? Look at them. Good 7 to 8 feet rollers coming in, that's what I like. I mean, it's ideal really, I mean, because it's breaking so close to the bank, to the beach. It's only about 15-20 metres out, and after that it's just flat water, so what more can you ask for? Let's just hope the fish want to come to play. Oh, have I got a slack liner? I think I've got a slack liner there, guys. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I think I have. Have I? One nearest to us, guys. The Vader. Sure, a fish took it for a run. Might have to have a look at that in a minute. Just briefly, for about 20 seconds, it crossed my other line, but it's not. It's come back straight again now. Maybe there is, might be a bass on there. You never know. I just start seeing any movement when it's flat. I might have a look at this one actually, guys. I don't know, it just looked like I've been slack land and then it's gone tight again. Pull you down a little bit and I'll reel this one in and I'll see if I've got out. Because you never know, we might have. Guys, I'm going to change this bait, I'm going to get them back out. If I get any action, I'll be back. Put you back on, guys, to show you these lovely rollers coming in. It's half our territory, definitely. I mean, you can surf on these boys. Some gorgeous waves coming in. I mean, I just love it when the conditions are like this, especially with a back wind and you're holding out. I mean, I know the rods are bouncing, but look at them beauties. 7 to 8 feet rollers coming in. I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, that's the weather that you want to be getting a big cod in. I mean, that is a cod, you see that, without a doubt. We just opened this summer about. This is the time when you get big ones, guys, when you get nice sea like that and it's holding. I've just brought that Sonic Sport back in, and I've put a lovely bait on it. I've got 2 nice big cocktails on it now, a minute longer, about 7 inches long, because the bait's holding, but obviously I want to try and present that one with a bit more bait on it, because there might be some big fish out there. I might just be lucky and strike into one. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you've got a fish, I'm not bothered, but I mean, I've come here to cod here, as you know. When it's been called cod baits, if you're getting fighting baits, isn't it, really? But I mean, you know, it's getting a bit overcast now, as you can see. But it hasn't rained, and it's not cold, it's still in the 50s. That's Fahrenheit, not centigrade. And oh, you can see it's still lovely over there. But it's just a passing clouds, really. But I mean, I just think we're in for a cracking session. I've just got this feeling we're going to get some big fish. Last time I fished here, it was flat. We got all them fish, we got cod and everything, but it was flat. But now it's got rough of sea, and this is what you expect them, isn't it? So whether you got them, I don't know, but you know, at least I've got sand under my feet. I've done a couple of sessions at Paul without any luck. But, I mean, this is fishing, isn't it? I mean, you get on a run of 14 videos and you have 2 blanks, and I might go back on a run of 15, I don't know. I might have a run of 7 blanks. It's just, nobody knows. We've got good bait, got good rig set up, nice rods, I'm holding out well, I'm out of distance, and what more can you ask? You know, you can only be doing what you can do, can't you? I'll put you back on the rods for a little bit, instead of holding them, because it's probably wobbling all over. And it'd be nice to get a big slack liner and it's off for a run like. But this Vader's due in anyway shortly. I just cast the sport out about, well, just about put the video back on with some lovely baits. So I'm going to bring this one in and put some fresh bait on this, because I don't know, I just fancy a bit of fun. I'm worried actually it's going to rain, because there's a big bloody storm cloud behind me now. I've got wet gear like, if I need it, but you know, what can you do? I've just got a slack liner, guys, on the rod nearest to us. Whether it's the wind, the wave just kicked it off, I don't know. Let's go and have a look. The wave kicked it out. I've only got 4 ounces on it, so I've got a 6 on the Sport, because obviously it's a more rigid rod, so I wanted a 6 on it. Just give me a bit more whip. If I put a light weight on a rigid rod, it's not going to go very far, is it? Because it's not going to get no whip on it. But I was trying to counterbalance the stiffness of the rod with a heavier weight. It does cast 8 ounce anyway, so I've only got 6 on it. Right, I have two smaller baits this time, guys, on this Vader. You know, I don't want to go too big and miss out on some good fish. It's not gone too big. So I'll pull 2 little ones out. This is what I'm using, which I've had up today, Muscle, Razor, Squid and Blacks. I mean, they're the little ones, obviously I've got bigger ones, but they're the ones I'm using. Plenty of juice and taste there, and smell and everything, so you know, you can't do much else, can you? Have a look at this, guys, because it did go slack twice, but I've just got a feeling it pops out. I'm almost certain there's nothing on it. Nah, it's not on there, guys. I had a feeling it just pops out. The bottom off the roof. I'll cut that old bait off and I'm going to put some new stuff on. I'm loving these big rollers, guys, absolutely loving them. I love it when I see like that. Makes you want to come fishing more when I see a sea like that with a bit of light in it. Especially I've got a back wind and I can wake it out 10-20 meters. That was a monster, guys. I nearly emptied the spool. Good to put plenty on it. Right, got two lovely baits out there, so you know, what more can we ask for? You don't have to move much here because it's that beach is that steep that look at them rollers, man. Watch them rollers coming, guys, they're lovely. There's some huge rollers coming in. Look how close they're breaking to the surf. It's flat, 20 metres past them. Just, I love it. It's the best sea state I've had for a long time, this. It's not often you get rollers that big and you can hold out dead straight with a 4 ounce on. I'm trying to get you a bit of footage, guys, because you know it might rain, but you know you can't go by the forecast, can you? It's never right, is it? I'm still getting over the flu as well, as you can gather. You know, been out like 3 times now with flu. I still haven't got rid of it. It's a hell of a thing to get rid of. But what can you do? Got to get videos out, haven't I, guys? If I don't get videos out, we don't get no videos. Simples. Oh, look at that big breaker coming in now. Big nice little roller, look at that. That's a surfer, that one. It's just so weird though. I mean, 10 to 15 metres, you're bringing these rollers in, about 10 to 15 metres out, big ones. And then after that 15 metres, it is just dead flat. I mean, it's like a mill pond, watch. Look at the rollers, there's 2 of them, there's 2 rows of them. After that, 15 to 20 metres out, it's as flat as a pancake. So obviously you're blasting well over these rollers, so as long as you keep your rods high, you ain't got no problem. Obviously I'd like them higher, but it's a bit difficult with the camera, so I can't get them as high. Can't go any higher than what I've got them, so otherwise the camera will be pointing to the sky. You know, so that's as far as I dare take them. I mean, normally I've had them virtually straight up vertical. And that would have stopped the bounce, but you know, it's not a lot you can do. I mean, I've got the height anyway, with it being steep. Thanks to all the subscribers anyway, guys. You've taken me very close to 1,900. At this present moment, as I left the house, I was 1,882. So I'm 118 short of 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely out of this world, because I never thought I would make 2,000 subscribers. I mean, I only broke 1,000 just before Christmas, I think. I think it was just end of November, beginning of December, I broke 1,000. I mean, a month later, well, a month and a half later, I've hit nearly 2,000. I mean, the views have gone up massively. I think I'm 21,000 short of 600,000 views, which is unreal. So keep subscribing, guys, keep watching the content. I know not all videos are fantastic because obviously you just don't know what's going to happen when you come out. I try not to babble on about all kinds of things. I just try and keep it like fishing wise and show you as much of the rods and that as I can. Obviously you can't always do it because sometimes you get a massive bite, and if you don't run to the rod quick you're going to lose it, or it's pulling it out of your stand or whatever, and you just don't have time to run back and flick the camera on. But you know, still try and show you the fish after I pull them in or whatever if I don't get them on camera. I know it's nice to see you pulling them in and stuff, but you know, it doesn't always happen that way. If we left the camera on constantly, I'd keep changing the battery every hour, which is something I don't really want to do. I like to give you a 10, 15 minute blast, then come back if there's any action really. Makes the editing easier, and also you get more action because obviously I only show you the action if there is any. But I like to get you close to the surf, and I like to get you close to the rod so that you can see what's going on. Because me personally, when I'm watching people's videos, I like looking at the rods. I like to see the bite and stuff like that, and you know, that's the bit that's interesting me, and what have you. I still obviously listen to the chat and stuff, but you know, that's the main priority, seeing what's on the end of that rod. Brother's been fishing about 45 minutes now, he hasn't had no bites or anything yet. No sign of any fish at the moment, but if we have had some nibbles we wouldn't have seen them anyway. Right, break off for a little while, guys, and hopefully next time I come on we're either just about to run to the rods to get a fish or we've already got one, so see you in a bit. We're back, about 20 minutes have gone by, 25 minutes, tide's coming in pretty fast now. It's really deep water, some big swells coming in now, lovely rollers. No bites as such that I know of. Obviously it's a bit difficult to tell when you've got big rollers bouncing your lines, but you know, in between when it's been slack, I haven't seen no bites, so you know, probably haven't had none yet. Now the rivers had a bite yet, we don't think. But I mean, the conditions are great if there's going to be some fish. You know, might even get the odd bass coming in with a nice sea like that. Be nice. I'd love a cod obviously, but you know, anything I'll do at the moment just to stop this blank. I don't want to get an hat-trick. Although to be fair, I'm not that bothered anyway. A video's a video. You know, it's true life fishing, isn't it? That's how it works. You either fish and get to keep fish, or you fish and you don't. Just kids out last minute to laugh about when I get home. Calling me all the sods under the sun sitting on the beach in wind and, you know, catching nothing. But they don't understand, other guys, they just don't understand. It's definitely a man thing. I'm quite happy really. I mean, it's nice to be on the beach. It's not actually raining for a change. It does actually look like it might brighten up again. It got really cloudy, overcast. Got a bit chilly because of the wind, obviously. When it got cloud cover, it chilled down a bit, but cloud's thinning out now, so hopefully it'll go. The sky will clear up again and it'll be nice and warm. I was hoping for a big slack liner. I have had a couple of slack lines, but not big slack lines, and it's just the waves bouncing the lead. But it's still early, I mean it's 3 hours to eye yet. Probably an hour and a half before top will start coming on probably. You'll get some type of action, I would have thought, from bottom to top. I've just been fishing well up though. Last two times I've been here, on the way down it, I haven't had nothing, so you know, we've been fishing it to top water. See a few little shots of them lovely waves, guys. Some lovely rollers coming. I mean, it has been like a mill pond the last two, 3 times I've been on the beach, so it's actually nice to see a bit of action out there. course with a tailwind, you can have cast out though. I mean, even the Sonic Sport's getting a good 100 metres easily. Has got a bigger weight on, like. You see, you do get 10 or 15 seconds, 20 seconds of a lull where it's just flat. So if there's any bites, you can actually see them in that gap, like. The bait has been on every time I've brought the rods in, so I'm not worried about the bait coming off. Definitely no crabs out there. There's a bit of blue sky appearing, guys. Hopefully it's going to warm up. Just take that chill off the wind. I think we'll have a couple of fish, I just don't know what they'll be. I mean, I have caught sole here. I've never caught a turbot, I want one of them. I ain't caught a taupe, it's too late for taupe I think, but I think turbot is still about. I'd like to catch one of them. Whether there's any sole about, I don't know. Doubt if you'll get any place on this coast, you never know. I'm sure there has been a few out sometime or other. I haven't had an haddock yet. So there is quite a few fish that I like to catch. If I caught one of them that I mentioned, just one fish, I'd be happy. It's obviously it's a new species to the season. I think we're standing at 11 or 12 species at the moment. That's not necessarily the season, that's from I think June to this June. And see how many I can catch in a year. How many different species. I think it stands at 11 or 12. If I count the edible crab, which wasn't big enough to eat, I could probably add that on, but I mean, I'm not going to count the crab, am I? I think there'll be objections in the back benches if I counted an edible crab. It's a nice little spot where I am, guys, because I've had quite a few cod here in this exact spot. It's just nice to see a fish come out and then you get a bit of confidence, don't you? I mean, at the moment we've got 7 ups out there and nothing's coming at the moment. I'm saying 7 because I'm on a pulley panel on the Sonic Vader and on the on the Sonic Sport, and on the Vader I'm on a Paternoster with 12-inch snoods. Well, actually the bottom one's 14-inch. I'll be back if I get any action. We're back, fellas. Pretty shocking at the moment, guys. No bite as such, not that I've seen anyway. Wind's dropped a little bit. It's bloody cold now though, because now the sun's gone in and there's a right chill blowing off that wind. I mean, it's still about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's bloody chilly with that wind blowing. It's on your back like, but it gets in all the nooks and crannies, doesn't it, when it's windy. The bounces, well, the rollers have slackened up a little bit, basically because it's really high now. I mean, the beach is real steep, as I said earlier. We're nearly at the apex of the beach now, so obviously it's the big rolls are slowing down. I think it's about an hour and 10 minutes to high. My brother just thought he had a massive cod. He pulled it in, and it had a bloody drain pipe on it, plastic one, believe it or not, quite a large piece, I know. There's a good 2 or 3 foot worth of drain pipe attached to his hook, so he thought he was pulling in the skate or something. It's funny when it come in. But it just shows you there's all kinds of shrapnel out there. But I mean, I've enjoyed it at the end of the day. If I blank, I blank, I don't care. So at least I'm on the beach. I'm seeing what you're seeing, guys, and at the end of the day, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Can't blame the bait because I'm using mussel, squid, frozen blacks and razorfish, and not a tickle. And I'm mixing and matching and putting cocktails on and all sorts, and nothing happening. So, you know, it's one of them things. But it might just come on an hour before top or something, or it might just come on now, you just never know, do you? So I'll leave you on the rods a little while, and I'll stop gabbing, and hopefully we'll make her a bite or something. I know it does look like there's bites on them rods, guys, but believe me, if you watch the rollers coming in and the balance, it's directly in sync with them, so it's not going on. I just put lovely fresh bait on both sets of hooks, so I haven't been out there more than 5 to 6 minutes, so nice juicy bait on. You would have thought you'd have had some good fish in this type of weather though. To me the conditions look great for cod. Nice cod, see that. The wind did drop, but it's starting to get up again, because I think there's a big load of storm clouds coming up behind us. I'm hoping it doesn't rain, because I've only got about an hour left or so, because I'm not fishing it past high, because I haven't been fishing very well here at all, fishing it down. We've tried it twice and never had a bite. Everything's come on the up, so don't tend to fish very well on the down there for some reason. Still about an hour and a half or so to go. I mean, an hour and a half in fishing terms is couldn't be anything, because it only takes one fish, doesn't it? To make you do it. Still haven't moved camp, guys. I started off the day about 30 metres, 35 metres from the surf, and I'm now about 10 metres from it, so it just shows you how steep this beach is. I mean, I've not had to move once. I'm about an hour from top. I mean, I probably will have to move, because I'm right on the apex now of this beach, and once it reaches me, it's going to flood behind me pretty quick. See, it flattens out after this. But I'm only 50 metres from the cliff top now. I'm not even 50 anyway, near enough 35ish, something like that. I'm glad I come out today though, because I've got a feeling it's going to be a bad weekend for weather-wise and stuff, so I'm glad I'm out today anyway. I mean, it's not a fantastic day today weather-wise, but it's not freezing, and it's not been raining so far, and that's the main thing. I mean, I wouldn't have bothered if I'd have had my tent, and I could have brought it, but I didn't know whether I could park at top of cliff or not. It all depends on how much it's rained, because you don't want to get bogged down up there. Coffee was nice anyway, guys. Right, take a little rest there. If I do get one, or a bite or anything, I'll be back. Right, you're back on the rods for a while. Both just been freshly baited and cast back out. Big squid on them now and black. It's not far off our tard. No bites as such, but still time. Got about an hour left of fishing. Only want one fish. Just to say we've had one, guys. Brother and I hadn't out either. You know, got around exactly the same stuff as we had last time we was here. Same bait and everything. Same hook set up, everything. It just shows you. It's all on the day, really. I mean, looking at that, them sea conditions, and now it's nigh on perfect. I mean, if I turned up at somewhere to fish, and I was looking at sea state like that, and it's howling out, you know, it's heaven in it, really. Well, there won't be fish out there, I don't know, but there ain't. Not at the moment, anyway. But as I say, anything can happen. Anything. You just never know. It only takes one bite, one good fish, and your day's bait, isn't it? I might be taking a couple of weeks off anyway, guys, after this video, because my back is I'm just not giving it time to recover, and when I'm finishing my sessions I can't walk for a couple of days, and it's getting really bad now. So I am due an operation in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, so you know, whether I can still go fishing after I've had that operation, I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. It's you don't know with spinal surgery, do you, really? So obviously I'll try. You just got to hope you can still fish and still walk about alright, stuff like that. But I know there's a 4 or 5 month recovery period. But I mean, obviously I'm going to try and get out fishing at some point. I have got a few 4 or 5 videos stacked up, like, to put up, but I haven't dated, obviously. But you know, I've got some footage left, like, but I like to try and get out every week and get you fresh, like, up to date stuff, like I have been doing. But as I say, I do need a break for a while, just for a couple of weeks, just to try and get this back in some kind of working order properly. Give it time to recover. Then I might be alright, like. But, I mean, who knows, I say these things, but I mean, next week I'll be out again probably, 100% more likely. Don't forget to like and share the videos, guys. Fantastic work you're doing at the moment. So I've got my channel to nearly 2,000 subscribers. It's all good. You know, keep watching the videos. Make sure you comment underneath. You know, get a bit of banter going. Don't forget to come in my premieres as well. I mean, I put them premieres on so we can have a good chat and you can meet people and have a chat with them and stuff like that. And you get good banter in there, like. You know, if it's just for the chat, it's great. But as I say, it's everything's going well at the moment, so I'm quite happy. I mean, I have been pushing my channel a lot, you know, every single day, so, but it's certainly building up well now. I've actually broken an eye on that Vader. I don't know how. There's an eye missing off the bottom. It may be in the bag, hopefully it is. I may have done it in the car, I don't know, but I certainly haven't dropped that rod, so you know there's no reason for it to be missing. I mean, luckily it's the bottom eye, but I mean it still needs sorting out. Open the rings in my bag, so glue it back in hopefully. First time I've actually lost a ring on any rod, guys. You know, all the time I've done these, every video that I've done, I've never lost a ring on a rod. Whether it was just a faulty ring or not, I don't know, but I've certainly lost it. I'm hoping we get a mad hour here, because this is the last hour now. And I'm hoping, because the wind's dropped a little bit now, and the sea's flattened off, as you can see. Whether you can or not, but as you can see, that it's flattened off now. This may be a lull. And the cod might come in for a feed. Definitely flattened off though. I don't know whether it can't be slack water because it's not around 4 o'clock, so. Shows you get that wind chill out the way, and it's not actually a bad day. I mean, weather-wise, you know, the weather's fine, the temperature and that. It was just a wind chill. You've still got to be confident, guys. You've always got to be confident when you're fishing. I mean, how many times do you turn up first cast, get a fish? How many times do you get one on the last cast? It happens, doesn't it? It's been pretty windy for the last few days though, so maybe the wind's taking them away. to get you a bit of footage because obviously there's been no rod action. So you might as well get a bit of footage, haven't you, really? I mean, it actually looks like slack water, but it can't be because it's not due well 4 o'clock. So how is it now? It's 25 to 4, it can't be slack water. But I don't know if you've noticed, but all these tide apps and stuff, none of them are accurate, are they? They all say different times. I've even done 2 hours difference between some of them. It's ridiculous. But it does look like it's slack to me. I mean, there's some big rollers coming in and it was getting closer than it is now. Now it seems to have just eased off. Right, take a little in there guys, and if there's any action, I'll be back.